The following series is entirely pre-recorded on account of me traveling to somewhere where I won't have a PC, or even perhaps I'm dead. Please keep an eye on Discord and the YouTube comment section for more updates. Welcome back, everybody, to Rimworld. As the intro screen hopefully explained, the following few days of content are going to be pre-recorded. Might even be every other day, maybe CK2 one day, Rimworld the other, whatever. But basically, I'm going to be away for a few days. So, we'll probably be back to usual on Thursday next week, something like that. I haven't really planned it out very well, I'll be honest with you. But basically, content is hopefully going to continue on as normal. And besides, we kind of know what we've got to do here. And for me, it means that I can really kind of focus, because what a lot of you guys might not realize is I do record on a day-to-day basis. And of course, if you're recording on a day-to-day basis, you generally lose a lot of what you were doing. You generally forget about a lot of things, especially for someone like me who swaps between so many games all the time as well. What this means for me is pre-recording is probably the perfect thing we can do in this situation, because I've got to basically focus from now on, because when we survive this inferno, which we're going to, the difficulty goes up to merciless. I've then got to really kind of put on my game face a little bit, and with merciless, we've got to then focus on getting these people off of this planet. That has always been the goal for this series, and I'm going to have to really buckle down. The bonus for this, of course, is because it's all pre-recorded, I can sit here for 6 hours and hopefully try and get these guys off the planet and really focus, obviously be able to keep things in mind for once, for basically the first time ever in Rimworld. I don't think I've really bolt recorded much Rimworld previously, so hopefully this will go pretty well. Fingers crossed. Or you guys might be in for an absolute treat over the course of this week where everybody dies horribly. I also want to quickly outline future series plans I have as well, because I figured now's a good time to do it, given that we're kind of in this, again, doing some pre-recorded episodes for the time being. So, my plan after this series is over, when I'm back from traveling, and after this series is probably, hopefully finished by next Thursday, let's be honest, gives us about a week, it gives us almost exactly a week, actually, to get this series done. The next series after that is going to be a very small scope mod pack based around 1.2, maybe another Empire run or something like that, just to get used to the new 1.2 changes. We'll be playing with, vanilla expanded, but a much smaller mod pack, kind of similar to this one, but with some, maybe even stripped down further than this one. After that, a lot of people have requested it, of course, and I have said I will do it previously. We will be doing a Rimnauts/Save Our Ship playthrough, maybe a bit more of a technical one, maybe one that's a much larger mod pack designed for space and space adventures. We've got some of the events from this would be really cool, like Meteor Storms obviously make a lot of sense. Rimnauts recently came out and looks incredible, so I'm really glad we waited before doing the space series in hindsight, because that works with Save Our Ship as well. I think that one's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to playing that one, especially because we haven't really done a proper Save Our Ship playthrough. I'm not counting Robo Daddy. And then after that, a lot of people have requested it, so I might as well confirm that what I've had this plan for a while, is going to be another genetic series. Kind of how we did Robo Daddy, we'll do a reverse of that, where we'll do, what would make a lot of sense thematically? We played as Robo Daddy, a fleshy human and built robots. Why don't you play as Robo Mummy, a robot, and build fleshy humans, or do something fleshy? So basically I wanted to do Genetic Rim, because Genetic Rim's had a massive update, ties in. Obviously, they had the huge art update, which I believe was done by the same author, of course, as Vanilla Expanded. There's some things in that which will play very nicely with it. All the new insectoid features. A genetic series, I think, would be kind of cool, but that's obviously quite a way in the future. That's after our Save Our Ship series. So that'll probably be a couple of months here, but that's the kind of game plan going forward. Let me know what you think about that, because I will be able to read the comments on this episode, but then after that, I'm going to obviously be behind. So let me know what you think about those. As for our current game, then, we know what we've got to do. We know we've got to survive. For those of you who have maybe been getting a bit bored by just kind of hiding away, building bases, whatever else, next season, after this season, we're going up to Merciless, so it quite literally couldn't get harder. We're playing Very Persistent, don't forget. The raids are going to be frequent. The events are going to be hard-hitting. We are going to get some action going. And I want to make sure, if possible, do you think it'd be reasonable for me to say, let's try and get 20 people off of this planet in the spaceship? I think that'd be cool, and I think we could genuinely pull it off if we start turning all of our resources into... I think the first thing we want to do after we're out of here is power armor. Maybe not power armor, but maybe flak jackets, flak vests, helmets, because we're not going to have any more hot or cold seasons. After that, it is just going to be tornadoes. I'll see if I can do that in the mod, but if not, it'll just be, obviously tornado season coming up next, and then we'll just be on merciless difficulty, right? Oh, no! I didn't expect that. However, it's kind of a blessing that we have locked them in here. If we've got good animal trainers, hopefully I haven't put them in crypto storage here, we can go ahead and tame these guys again. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's make sure that our boys are training up then. Oh, of course, we haven't got any food to train them within here, have we? Bollocks. Well, remind me to retame those animals when we get out of here. But yeah, really we're going to be focusing down on the combat side of things after that, and that will add a bit more life back into the series. You know, really coming back for a second win there, I think. A new quest has become available. It's called Lucinius and the Outpost. It expires in 5 days. Guess we won't be doing that one then. Currently 103 degrees outdoors. To be honest, I think we're just going to be able to blitz through this. I think I could alt-tab, and I think we just let these guys break out of their inferno. The thing I'm getting a little bit concerned about already, I'll be honest with you, is the meals. 337. Okay, so it's 337 on the 8th. Let's take another... Let me write that down, actually. This is, again, things I couldn't normally do. Let's go ahead and write down 337. And then on the 10th, I will go ahead and check that again and see how many meals we've dropped. We might need to do the thing that we've done the past couple of seasons where we forbid the meals for a day, let them eat for a day, forbid the meals for a day, just to make them go a little bit further. They'll get a little bit of malnutrition. We could even go as far to really min-max things by saying nothing for the immortals. Make sure, for the love of God, to not... Should I keep a notepad up? Because I'm not going to have the comment section to help me out this time, am I? This is really my kind of trial by fire. You know what? I'm going to keep notes open. That's how try-hard I'm going to be this time. Right. Immortals forbidden from food. There we are. Excellent. Let's bear that in mind for the future. Okay. I'm looking forward to Merciless, though. Merciless without the comment section to help me. This is going to be a whole new challenge. Well, that's actually good news. Where's it happening? Down here. We've got a space battle. Now, bear in mind, every time we've done these space battles... Oh, that one exploded just into components. So not as many components. Bear in mind, we're on the second highest difficulty now. Next season, we're going up to Merciless. So when we take these apart, they're going to be worth very little. Whereas previously, we were getting, what, 10 components per ship? We're not going to have that luxury this time, unfortunately. There's going to be a lot of dead bodies that we'll be able to behead as well. Humanoid downed, who? Oh, it's someone from these ship battles. Guy survived falling from space. Actually, there's a couple of them. Oh, no. Wendy Williams became depressive. In a crypto sleep casket. I guess maybe they're dreaming. It did say it suspends them in REM sleep, right? Okay, fair enough. Obviously having... Wow, imagine that, though. Being trapped in a nightmare for the entirety of December. That would suck. Okay, that's kind of reasonable, really. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of all the things you could break, he had a breakdown because of malnutrition. I had Lord Windsor repairing it. So is Sharamus as well. In hindsight, the meal forbidding for the Immortals, though they don't have to actually worry about it, might have backfired a little bit there. Although, they're doing pretty well for the cool. Hang on, do we not have enough resources to rebuild that? Lord Windsor. What are we missing? Components, really? Oh, it's 6, isn't it? Bollocks, and I didn't bring in nearly enough. Ugh. That's okay. It's one air conditioner. If one air conditioner is the difference between life and death, then so be it. Actually, to be fair, it's quite cold in that central room. Let's go ahead and turn some of these off. Fucking hell. Yeah, they are in a I turned them back on because it was getting kind of warm in there. But obviously I was a little overzealous. We've got to try and balance it so they're not sleeping in the cold, but so it's not warm enough that the heat is going to quickly kind of sneak up on us there. We want to have a nice buffer to be able to obviously turn these on with enough time to prevent heat stroke. What are we looking at? 15 in the center, 16 on the second layer, 49. We still got that fucking heater on. Get it out of here. To be fair, I did have all of them turned on, so the only thing we lost having this kind of weird setup at that point was power, so not really much of a problem. What do you get out of building heaters again? Oh, so we're gonna just get some steel. Okay, kind of wishful thinking, hoping that might be enough to repair the air conditioner. Meals have gone down, so I know I said I'd check on the 10th, and it's now the 11th. We have lost 100 meals in that time, though. We were on 337, I believe, before. For some reason, I decided that the best place to take my notes was the Google Chrome address bar, which in hindsight was a horrible idea, so I've opened up a Word document. We'll go ahead and forbid that for the time being then. You guys can starve for a day, and then we'll reopen it when they all start... Oh, no. When they all start going on the breakdown. Really, mood management is the only thing that matters in here, isn't it? It doesn't matter about heating, because heating's kind of irrelevant. I mean, the central room is getting up to 34 now. They can survive that easily. Got to bear in mind they've got this crazy burlap gear as well. What is their total? Can we see their total insulation, actually, added by all of this crap that they're wearing? Maximum comfortable temperature, 93 degrees, for God's sake. 93 is their maximum comfortable temperature. I mean, these guys are fine. Like, they could survive. I mean, even the outer layer, there's 30-degree buffer there with all of this. And now, granted, not everybody's wearing burlap. Pork has... rather tragically, only got Hyperweave, the best material in the game to build clothes out of, well, debatably. What are you looking at then, Pork? What's your maximum comfortable? Yeah, 92.7. So again, even the outer layer, there's a 30-degree buffer still. At midnight, I'll allow you guys to eat again. I will open up the meals for you guys. Oh, no, please don't. Tantrums are the real killer. Quite literally, because if they smash the heaters, we're so screwed. The only reason he managed to smash those heaters last time was because Sharamus was also on a mental break, and Lord Windsor didn't have enough construction skill to cancel out the damage Robo-Daddy was doing to the cooler. How are we looking? Oh, God, they are kicking the shit out of one another. I'm gonna have to open it up. Go on, have your meals. It's meal time a little bit earlier because you guys are all just horrible to one another. Just absolutely horrendous. I kind of want to set this all back up to recreation, but also I don't want to spend the 4 hours it takes to... Oh, you know what? Time is the one thing I have right now. Let's be reasonable here. Go on. Go on. Full recreation. Go mad. There's no point setting them to work and then them just wandering around when they could just be having recreation time, huh? Goodbye. There we go. Already playing some horseshoes there. The current game plan is just wait until we see starvation and then unforbid the meals. And just try and stretch them out. Oh, no. As long as possible. And this is where we are going to have to enable, I believe, our gas coolers. Yep. Wow, that air conditioning was doing a lot of good work, huh? Far more than I expected. Now, the inner layer and the outer layer is obviously going to be unaffected, but the very central layer here will heat up just based on the size of the room. Which doesn't really make much sense in hindsight. I guess it's coming in through the roof. That's the only kind of explanation I have. How are we looking? So this doesn't last too long because we are floating towards the higher end of the 20s there, breaching into the 30s. Their comfortable temperature is 90 degrees. That doesn't, however, mean I want our people living in a 90-degree temperature. Just as they're comfortable, it doesn't mean, you know, healthy, understandably. Right, let's go ahead and forbid these bloody meals again. You've had enough. 168 left to get us through. To be honest, it's to get us through 2 days. And how many people have we got active? 13. 13 people. I mean, that's 10 meals apiece to get through 2 days. They're not going to eat that many. I think we can stop forbidding and unforbidding them now, because they're only going to eat 6 meals, right? And some of them are in, I mean, like Squanker Squiggle is out for the count anyway, so other people have to feed him, so he's not going to be eating so frequently either. I think we should be fine. We're cutting it close, but I think we're actually going to be okay. Almost up to our last day here. Currently getting up to midnight on the 15th of December. That means we've got 24 hours to try and survive it. The highest the temperature goes, bear in mind, is 220 degrees, so we've only got another 9 degrees to go. The inner, or the first wall is at 118 degrees C, so that's going to max out around 127-ish, roughly, depending on how the insulation works, obviously. 76 degrees in our inner layer, and then in our very center, 23. Exactly where the thermostat should be anyway. I like that. That's good. Okay, so we're absolutely fine then. And bear in mind, they can sit, like I said before, in this layer and be absolutely fine because of the burlap. So we didn't even need this if we didn't want it. We could have just put beds in this room and they could have just lived a nice, happy life at 75 degrees. That's nice. But it does mean that we are now stepping things up to Merciless Guaranteed. Part of me was thinking, maybe they'll all die horribly here. And that'll be the end of the story and we'll move straight on to 1.2. But unfortunately, here we are. No, obviously, I want to get them off the planet. I think that's going to be the... If we do this, this will be quite a good challenge. Well done, I think. You know, to have 20 colonists in a ship with Perry Persistent, with all of this, without any sort of overpowered mod, so to speak, is already, I think, pretty good. To say that we've had Yayo's Planet and everything basically cutting us down a season every single year has been interesting. But there we are, we're about to hit max temperature around now. It's supposed to max out at 220, but I think we'll go slightly above that. Yeah, you can see it there. So what's the plan then? What's the game plan? Well, obviously we want to start making... I feel like saying... What do you mean? Oh, you son of a bitch. Oh, it's okay. That won't go very far. Luckily enough. So I think the plan is... Bobbert. Recreation stuff? What the fuck are you talking about, you weird man? Treacherous Bobbert. Can we attack him? Punch him. Punch him. Stop him. Stop him. Stop him. Yes. Well done. Well handled. You guys can stop fighting now. There you are. Sit the fuck down, Bobbert. Save the animal. Just had to hit him with an axe a few times. I'm going to keep an eye on that, actually. Steel shouldn't be flammable. Oh, we're going to lose a battery, though. That's a bit of a pain in the ass. Oh, it's because the air in there is superheating. My god. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that's got superheated air now. And the reason we've got superheated air is because of the... It's because of the fire. normally the temperature would just stay consistent and increase, but because we've got superheated air, that means anything can now randomly catch fire, including my entire stockpile. Oh, God, including fucking everything. We may lose the entire base to this, and I'm not even kidding. I don't know if... Oh, shit, my stockpile. I genuinely think everything's going to catch fire. And there's nothing we can do about it. We've just got to hope we don't lose too much. Oh, fuck me. We've got to hope we don't lose too much before the temperature goes back to normal. I can't do anything. Oh, my entire base. There goes the stockpile. There goes everything in the stockpile. There goes the chem fuel. Do you know how close we were? We were genuinely 4 hours away from succeeding. All because that one power conduit blew. Now the entire base is destroyed. And it's quite literally the entire base. And there you go. Temperature's ended. Wow, that is devastating. That means every single inferno and every single ice age, our base caught fire. I just can't believe it. I just can't believe it. Yeah, you should probably hold those doors open, fella. Let some of this fucking... Yeah, I mean, that's 800 degrees. What the hell did you expect? Going in there trying to save what he can. We now have to rebuild the entire base. Oh, well, that's really fun. Thank you. Well, there you go. I guess that's why they call it an inferno, huh? You son of a bitch. I actually can't believe that. Oh, I'm devastated. That is awful. On the plus side, we got that sweet, sweet cucumber paste, you know? Oh, that could not be any fucking worse. We lost actually everything. We got, oh great, stone cut stables. Oh wait, it wasn't everything. We kept our high-tech steel research bench. Just a shame we can't do shit all with it because we don't have a multi-analyzer anymore. And no, what have we got? We've got enough plastic, we've got enough gold. We've got gold, we've got plastic. We can rebuild, but it's going to take fucking ages because bearing in mind, we've got one builder who is currently digging up corpses. I'm just devastated, honestly. Just unbelievable. How many bedrooms did we lose there? So we lost the entire recreation area. We lost a little bit of the dining room, not massive amounts. We lost all of the food in storage is gone. That is a problem. Fuck. Okay. We lost all of the... I mean, not that we could cook food anyway. We lost our cooking areas. We've lost our Helixine drill. We've lost all of the refineries. The lab's gone. I mean, machinery room is fucking gone forever. So if there's any hope of us building more components, we actually can't now. Because it destroyed the advanced components, we now cannot build another fabrication bench. Brilliant. And there are no components left on the map, so we can't even build a new comms console. Actually, we might be able to with this sort of... Okay, we got 10 components that came from the things that were destroyed. Good. Right then. Back to work then, everyone. Off you go. What's up with Rim? Oh, right, of course, you guys are still in storage. Well, they're in for a friggin' shock, aren't they? Wow. So before we let time tick too far, let's go ahead and set up the schedule. Let's obviously change ourselves over to, dare I say it, merciless difficulty. I think we're already there, fella. I think we're already there. Well then, I guess we don't really need the gas system anymore. Bear in mind, A, there's no gas, and B, there's no more tornadoes, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that. We'll get rid of you as well. The bedrooms that lost beds and whatever, I was going to say we could reinstall some. Actually, we can reinstall some. Look at this. Okay, there we are. Let's give these guys some beds then, and we'll take apart everything else in there. Just really tear it all down, basically. Right, here we go. What a... I just can't believe that. Just absolutely can't believe it. Okay. Right, get rid of all this stuff then. Take it all apart. Sod it. Get rid of it. Let's rebuild. We could take apart all of this, to be honest with you. We could take apart the whole insulation thing. We've lost our last caterpillars as well there. Oh, two are dead. How did they die? Oh, they died of heat stroke. Well, of course they can survive. We can survive in the heat, but they sure as fuck can't. Well, there goes the last of our good things. Get out of there. Get out. Go. You've been forcefully ejected. Get out. Go. I'm going to prioritize what we should rebuild. Obviously, one of the stoves is essential. That should go without saying. The fabrication... Okay, so manager's bench, yep. This one, definitely. Let's forbid that one then for the time being. Machining table, irrelevant. This is all kind of irrelevant. Fabrication, Cabinet, not necessary. We don't even have a fabrication bench yet. Large batteries, if you don't mind, that would be ideal. One refinery probably couldn't hurt, but you know what? We'll forbid them all for the time being. It's not super high-tier essential stuff. Those can be forbidden. The long-wave radios, as nice as they are, as great as they are for the work speed bonuses, are somewhat irrelevant right now. Especially as they're 10 components piece. Let's forbid the Helixian pump. Jeez, this is really bad. This is really bad. Like, obviously, delivery is a high priority job for everybody, so don't sweat that one too much. Let's get rid of loading for the time being. Let's drop refining. That was obviously a kind of a last-minute thing we were trying to do there, so that's somewhat unnecessary. Harvesting, growing would be ideal. I'll go ahead and I'll keep these areas forbidden for the time being. Obviously, they're not allowed to be sown yet. Until we can start getting everything rebuilt, I'm not going to commit their time. Let's get everything delivered first so that Sharamus can get on it. We've only got one good builder. Lord Winds is also pretty good. But we've got to kind of min-max their goals. You know, those are the ones that need doing first, and we've only got 2 guys to do it with. We'll wake up our squad then. Go and see if they survived the summer. We're going to open up, and it's going to be like a freshly cooked turkey. Let's go and see. I might even let them have a bit of yayo. I might genuinely unlock the... Oh, come on, Rubber Daddy. You were the one I wanted to actually open this shit up, for God's sake. Right, crack them open. Merry Christmas. What's your gift? It's a desiccated corpse. Oh, it's my favorite Christmas. Been a kid again. Windy Williams, welcome back. Rimworld Robbie needs immediate medical attention from what I recall. I saw that. I fucking saw that. You woke up and just legged it. Legged it to the cucumber paste. Didn't even think twice. Birdhouse, what's wrong with you? Oh, cryptosleep sickness. Actually, the only one we got out of the entire thing. Windy Williams died. No. Oh, you can get fucked with that. The crypto sleep sickness killed her. Oh, that's tragic. And then the trivial malnutrition. So we put them in the crypto sleep storage with the blood loss, if you remember. And I said we'll tend them the second they come out. But they got crypto sleep sickness and malnutrition. And that was enough to lower their consciousness below death. Just says Windy Williams died. Yeah. Wasn't any sort of medical cause. They just quite simply died because they didn't have a high enough consciousness. Oh, that's a shame. Well, off you go. Can we also bury these guys again? Fingers, if you've got, Pork, if you've got 5 minutes, my man. First thing we need to do, let's go hunting. We got bison on the map. We need food. We need food, like, right now. Stove is ready to be built. Let's get Sharamus working on that straight away so I can start queuing up meals, because if our people start starving, we're in a really bad situation. Let's get this going as soon as possible. Long night. What are you talking about? A space-sensitive, unimaginable size has covered a local star, resulting in a long-lasting eclipse. Oh, great. Oh, that's great. You know, that's just what we needed. Thank you. A space-sensitive, unimaginable size has covered a local star. Terrified of the supernatural phenomenon, other factions will use this time to wage war and conflict across the surface. Will last anywhere between a season to several years. I.e., you can't grow food, get fucked. I think now's the time we crank into Merciless. What else have we got to lose? Here we are. Let's do it. We're in the endgame now, people. This is so difficult. This is, like, oppressive. Oh, some of the lights are back on. That's a good start. Oh, these batteries are actually still on and connected. So why is the... Oh, because the power lines haven't been built. Sorry, Sharamus, what the fuck are you doing? Deconstructing steel... Look, I appreciate it, but we do have a lot of stuff to do. And I think constructing is slightly higher priority, if you don't mind. Let's get Lord Winter on the deconstruction. Let's get Sharamus on the reconstruction, because there's a lot more reconstruction than deconstruction, my friend. Ground penetrating scanners. Oh, we can't even take those apart. We could take apart a windmill. They're 3 advanced components apiece. If we want to rebuild our fabrication bench, if we take one of these apart, it should give us what we need. Because you reclaim 70% of what you take apart. So we lose one advanced component doing it. I'm not sure our power grid can... Oh, our power grid can take it. Bear in mind, nothing's turned on right now. Oh, don't build that first, you prick. Hey, there we go. There you go. Things are coming together a little bit more. Just gotta have faith in Sharamus. Bison Revenge. Oh, dear. Oh, Fingers and Roger Wilco. That is not a good day for you, my friends. Run and haul ass. Run and run and run. Go, go, go. Keep moving. I might not need to draft everyone up all of it. That was a little, perhaps, preemptive. Yeah, okay, we're good. Sorry, didn't mean to wake everyone. Carry on. Go back to sleep. On the plus side, in some ways, let's treat the inability to grow crops as a blessing in disguise. Because there's so much work to do right now with cleaning and delivering and mining and everything else. We wouldn't really have time to grow crops anyway. Granted, I obviously would if we had the opportunity, but I am building the long-wave radio, by the way, just to give them some mood boost here, because they've got no recreation whatsoever. It means that everybody can focus on the rebuild, which is fantastic. How is the power grid fluctuating? What have we changed about it? We've got a wind turbine that's broken down, but I don't know what's... That single wind turbine was not keeping the grid online. By the way, people keep telling me. People keep leaving this comment. Someone sent me a message in Discord, and I was like, oh, I'll double-check the lightning rod. And since then, I've genuinely seen about 20 comments. Everybody saying it's not connected to the grid. It is connected to the grid. As it says there, lightning energy depleted. Looks like you'll have to wait for the next thunderstorm. Lightning rods don't need power. That would be counterintuitive, to say the least. Right, let's get some... Oh, fuck it. I mean, let's go lavish meals. Aim big. Aim big. X per colonist, where X is 4 meals each. Ooh, that's a bit on the expensive side, but that's okay. Unpause when everybody only has 2 meals left. Fine, done. There you are. Boom. Cook me some meals. We haven't got any power. Don't cook... Oh, that's why. Because our solar generators aren't working. How much do you need for those? 3 advanced components apiece. Get rid of them. If it could potentially last a year, I don't think that's the best use of our electricity. Or I don't think that's best use of our advanced components when we could just put down some more wind turbines. But let's use it to build a fabrication bench first, then we'll worry about it. I think art maybe not our highest priority right now, people. Thank you. Appreciate the commitment to your artistic talents, but the whole base is kind of falling apart. Biggest Dickus gave up. Ironically, not very Biggest Dickus if at the first sign of trouble, this guy was off. Get him back home. Nobody leaves. We'll have to re-recruit him, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but that's okay. How's Birdhouse doing? Sorry, Birdhouse, you seem to have been out for... Oh, the catastrophic breakdown, right. I was going to say you've been down for quite a while there. Rainscheiser bringing home the coward himself. Unbelievable. Ooh, a large group of animals. What are they? Blood. Blood animals. What are they? Oh, wolves? I think wolves are particularly the most nutritious animal we could be hunting. Right, Biggest Dickus is back. I forgot that you could just re-release them, so that actually wasn't too bad at all. Exotic goods trader, you may have saved this colony. Robo Father. See what they have. And more importantly, see if we've got what they need. Huh? Let's see what they've got. Advanced components. Oh, you saviors. That's incredible. Regular components would be ideal, but we've got plenty of those crashed spaceships. It's just a case of obviously harvesting them all up. Architect eyes, stone skin glands, jelly sacks. Okay, maybe not the jelly sacks so much, I'll be honest. Telescope, old computers, arcade machines. Actually not terrible for recreation. 677. They want what... We've got what they want. Oh, we've definitely got what they want. Okay, fantastic. Regular components too. They're fantastic. 13 and 5 is great. Plasteel. Give me that. 154. I can see the spaceship in my mind. I can see it. Stone Skin Gland. I would like to buy that as well, because we are getting into combat. We're getting into the part of the game where now combat is going to be the big killer. So I'm more than happy to go for that. Somebody wanted to see a Luciferian Vindictive Immortal, and I feel like I owe it to all of you at this point to see what happens. So let's do it. Maybe a horrible mistake. Who are we going to give it to? Obviously, we're going to give it to 5. 5 is the odd one out here. That 5 is an immortal, but not one of the original ones. So I feel like there needs to be immortality with a caveat. Boom. Luciferian Addiction. Let's see what happens when you take an immortal and you pump them full of mechanites. This is going to be interesting. They still drop 10 components apiece. So normally when you increase the difficulty, obviously it affects harvest yields and the construction return and things like that. These must be just kind of set to always produce 10 apiece, which in hindsight means that I shouldn't have sold them so much Yayo because we didn't actually need the components that we ended up buying from them. On the plus side, that means we could build things like long-wave radios, which I wouldn't normally have permitted. But in this situation, it's actually not terrible. Why don't we just dump a bit everything then? Fuck it. We've got so many spare components. How are we doing for steel? 3,000. Yeah, we're not doing too bad. And to be honest, getting the furnaces online, the electric smelters, means that we can obviously smelt down all this crap. So we might potentially make back our steel by putting those down. She recovered very, very fast. I'm really impressed. We got back up on our feet way, 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 way faster than I could ever have expected. Just get the multi-analyzer back online. Let's start getting those spaceships done. That's really all I care about. And then let's get that fabrication bench done afterwards, Chief. And then we are good. We're back on track. What are we looking for here? We're looking for spaceship. Johnson Tanaka Drive. That's what it was called. Oh, we can't start the research because we... Oh, there we go. It's on now. Right, so... What do we need? We need the Starflight sensors. We need the machine persuasion, the Johnson Tanaka drive, the Starship reactor. Can we make flak armor? No. Okay, first things first. First things first, flak armor. After that, right, let's go back to spaceship mode. So, Johnson Tanaka drive. Give me one of those, one of those, one of those. Starflight sensors, boom. To be fair, the ship reactor is the best thing to build to start off with because the ship reactor is... It produces, what, 1,000 watts? It's not fantastic, but it's better than just leaving, you know, wasting all this time and research on a ship engine, which does nothing. So I'm actually going to go for that one. Johnson Tanaka drive, right, and then give me the ship reactor. Give me the... You need vacuum cryptosleep caskets. Go machine persuasion. Let's go sensors. To be fair, the sensors would make more sense to queue up after that. There we are. So we've got sensors. Then let's go... I mean, it doesn't really matter, does it? Reactor. The only reason I'm saying sensors first is so we can get the long-range mineral scanner. Machine persuasion, the engines, and then the cryptosleep caskets last, given that'll be the last thing we get into. I think that's basically everything, right? I'm happy with that. Let's see how it goes. Because you're ravenously hungry. What the fuck are you talking about? Eat a meal, then. You weird man. Okay, where is he? I think we're going to have to stop Bear leaving, because it looks as if he was out in the sticks somewhere. Roger Wilco, get him. 75% from not to fight back. Oh, we got a cooler there. I forgot about that from our meteorites, right? Did we get everything from down here? It's probably all these corpses around there. They're not helping. Let's go ahead and tidy those up. That is obviously the downside of the space battle. Right, let's get those things fucking gone. Right, is that all the corpses? Oh, there's human corpses too. Count as a separate thing. Get rid of them. Right, get him, Roger. Nice. Whew, that would have sucked if we'd have had Roger Wilco fist-fighting Bear and then Bear would have won and just walked off. That would not have been ideal. Third house is back. There we are. Ku and Bigger Stickers are competing to be the magistrate of the Unmortals. Who are we going to give the Stone Skin Gland to? So, Sharamus has one. Robodaddy has one. I guess there's only one choice, isn't there? Let's make Fingers even stronger. I don't know if we're going to see again an Apex Immortal before the end of the series. Maybe every year, if assuming it takes that long. Maybe every season that we survive Merciless, we could crank up the amount of Immortals that come our way. That wouldn't be too bad. Well, thank you all for watching. I honestly thought that was going to be the end of the series right there when everything caught fire. I thought we were most likely going to get Raid turning up, but the fact that we've already... What have we got left to rebuild here? Like... The refineries, the furnaces, we've got the manager desk, which we can't get because we've got no wood, and it's obviously a permanent club, so I'll just build that out of steel. But really, that was not a setback. And how frequently can you say, oh, my entire base burnt down, I lost all of my production facilities and a lot of my furniture, and we've already bounced back. I'm really happy with that. I honestly thought that was going to be the end of things, to be honest with you. Thank you guys all for watching. I am trying to stay on top of these lists as much as possible, but again, bear in mind, this is a pre-recorded series. I believe I am caught up as it currently stands for this episode, but of course, as we go ahead, these will probably fall behind a little bit. Thank you, in the meantime, to Darth Hawk, Vacuous Backers, Xerix, Under the Couch, Layla, Pang Power, Facuna Vasquez, Anthony Gawley, Chris, Justin Rules, Angelo, Michael Mullen, Scared Blueberry, Croskull, and Shay over at Patreon. And over at Coffee, we have Ben DPB, Kyle Madoctor, Hero of My Crotch, Philosophical You Prize, Callum James 3, Scott L, Firescream, Sideshow C, Tom P, Skaz, Ethox, Devorder, Simba, Ice Stab Cows, and Zetlock over at Coffee. Thank you guys for your support at the executive producer tiers. And a thank you as well to Ribbit, Pantherpearl, Athon, Monster, The Thick Mick, Noisis Dungeon, Dancing Lucifer, Contrawabby, Groggy, Ray Coringa, Sanet Lover, Madness, Elnada, Stormcrower, Piratica over at Coffee. Big thank you to those guys. And then finally, we have on my Patreon shoutouts for today, Llewellyn and Thomas, Pantherpearl, Devorder, Aramis, Prometheo, Voodoo Mumbo, Archbishop, Danny, Mythomatic, Carrot Sitter, Grey, Luciola, Betimus Max, Tenpay, and finally, last but not least, Fenrir as well. Big thanks to these guys. Without which channel would not exist. That's simple as that. Big thank you. See you all tomorrow for some more Rimworld? I think some more Rimworld.